Hi friends, today I am talking about acute pancreatitis. So, coming to the anatomy, pancreas lies in the retroperitoneum. It consists of head, neck, body, and tail. The head, which lies within the curve of the duodenum, and behind the neck we have inferior vena cava, aorta, and superior mesenteric vessels, and the tail, which extends into the hilum of the spleen. The weight of pancreas is about 80 grams. Okay, then coming to the topic proper, that is acute pancreatitis. Itis means inflammation. So here the inflammation of the pancreatic parenchyma ranges from mild self-limiting inflammation to critical infected parenchymatic necrosis. If we untreated, it leads to multi-organ failure. Then about the etiology, we can remember by the famous mnemonic I get smashed. I for idiopathic, G for gallstone, E for ethanol, T trauma, S steroid, M mumps, A for autoimmune pancreatitis, S for scorpion bite, H for hypercalcemia, hyperparathyroidism and hypertriglyceridemia, E for endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography, and D for drugs. The drugs include sulfonamides, metronidazole, tetracycline, furosemide and azathioprine. Then coming to the pathogenesis. All these factors, that is the gallstone, alcohol, scorpion bite, steroids, etc., which result in the injury of the pancreas, which release tumor necrosis factor alpha and interleukin 1. There will be activation of inflammatory cascade, result in the systemic inflammatory response syndrome, which leads to multi-organ failure. Then how the patient presents with us. The symptoms like abdominal pain, mainly in the epigastric and periumbilical region. This abdominal pain which radiates to the back, and the patient get relief by sitting or leaning forward. Then there is a history of nausea and vomiting, and there is signs of dehydration, that is tachycardia, hypotension, altered mental status. Then coming to the signs. On examination, in mild cases there will be epigastric tenderness. In severe cases, the abdomen will be distended and there will be rebound tenderness. Bleeding into the facial planes can produce bluish discoloration of the flank, that is called Gray Turner sign, and bluish discoloration of the umbilicus is known as Cullen sign. So, in acute pancreatitis, we want to remember about two signs, that is Cullen sign and Gray Turner sign. Then coming to the diagnosis. First, we want to look for clinical findings, then evaluation of the pancreatic enzymes, that is mainly the serum amylase and lipase, then X-ray abdomen. In X-ray abdomen we can see three features. One is widening of C-loop of duodenum, other is colonic spasm at splenic flexure, then air fluid levels due to ileus colon cutoff sign. Then coming to ultrasound abdomen for the diagnosis of gallstone, MRI to know about the extent of necrosis and inflammation, then EUS, that is endoscopic ultrasonography, to find out gallstone pancreatitis. Then coming to the treatment, for mild attack of pancreatitis, we can give conservative approach. That is, we said the patient present with dehydration, so we can give IV fluid administration. Then nausea and vomiting, we can give antiemetics. Abdominal pain, we can give analgesics. In severe condition, we want the admission to ICU, give analgesic, oxygenation, fluid for rehydration, nasogastric drainage, antibiotic prophylaxis, mainly imipenem. Then supportive therapy include inotropes, hemofiltration, then monitoring the vital signs, central venous pressure, urine output, blood gases, frequent monitoring of hematological or biochemical parameters. If nutritional support required, we can give nasogastric feeding. Then coming to the complication. The complication include local complication and systemic complication. We can remember the local complication by the mnemonic PISA, P-I-S-A. P for pseudocyst, pseudoaneurysm, pancreatic abscess and pancreatic ascites. I. Infected pancreatic necrosis. S for sterile pancreatic necrosis. A for acute fluid collection. Then coming to the systemic complication, we can remember CCRRMMH. For serious cases, it includes shock arrhythmia, CNS, that is visual disturbance, confusion, irritability and encephalopathy. In respiratory, there is acute respiratory distress syndrome, there is renal failure, hematological conditions like DIC, metabolic syndrome like hypocalcemia, hyperglycemia and hyperlipidemia. Then miscellaneous include subcutaneous fat necrosis and arthralgia. So I hope you understand about acute pancreatitis. Thank you.